Chris Waddle.
Oh, you're kidding me. September.
Kyle Lafferty.
Are you joking me?
Is that right? I know it's not right.
Anybody else?
Leash, was it?
Like, that is one of the most stupid questions.
Darius Vassell?
Seriously, you all need to just stay quiet. This is getting really annoying doing this quiz.
What is going on here?
Welcome along to the shoutiest segment on Irish radio. It's a scintillating, it's a stupefying, it's a splendido, crappy quiz. Every Friday we pit three of team off the ball up against each other in a no-holds-barred quiz of sporting factoids at the end of the week. Allow me to welcome today's contestants. Our first contestant will not look you in the eye unless you refer to him as Managing Director of OTB SPORTS. This week, however, he will respond to shouts of Managing Director of the Principality of Wales. Give it up for the MD of Wales, Ger Gilroy.
Hi everybody, I didn't realise I was on camera there. I apologise for my obscene gesticulations in the general direction on.
I realised that was picked up. That's what happens here. This is the behind the scenes look.
Can I, sorry, just interrupt very briefly. Downtown Damien Brown was on just beforehand, a very impressive character, and he used the phrase weak mental state, and then he looked at both of you. I was like, that could be the sub-name for this entire show.
Well, as he was going through
weak
it,
mental
like,
state.
Control your breath, I was like, clear your mind, easy done.
There's not much there in the first place.
Control your breath, don't let your breath control you is the key. Our next contestant is back on the quiz after a long hiatus due to having his priorities in the right order. He spent his month of January finally polishing off a 5-year-old Argentinian and a year-old South African. His palate is enhanced, his knowledge of the wines of the world broadened. His wife also had a baby. Give it up for Adrian, who really is your daddy, Barry.
That was the one. Re-roll Damien's advice back in your mind there on. I don't know what happened there.
It's dangerous.
Can we delete that? Can we rewind and start again?
Absolutely not. That was...
What was he doing to the South Africans?
That was beautifully crafted and exactly delivered how it should have been. Our last contestant today was conspicuous by his absence in Dubai's Cove Beach and in Salt Bay's flagship restaurant. There was a football break, but this football man declined to go on the footballer's holiday, limbering up for a big summer in Marbella. It is Phil the Power Egan.
Yeah, lads.
What's Salt Bay all about, really? Like, gold-plated steaks. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
That can't be good for your insides.
I mean, I guess you just got to go and find out.
Welcome to 2018 there, Adrian.
Just saying. What's it all about, Ger? It's still a thing.
I mean, it's a cultural moment of Salt Bay, you would say, passed quite a while ago, but...
Is that your opening at the Comedy Store? Salt Bay. What's that all about, guys? As ever, the format is a classic crappy quiz with a series of questions and a range of themes, and it's on to the slip and slide of trivia, which is the rapid fire round. You can
got that gold in your intestines, and it comes out, and you know you're looking down the toilet, and it's golden. It's just one of Adrian's bits there.
That is. It's good. You can podcast the crappy quiz, as I said, on the OTB SPORTS app. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, and I'm sure we've got loads of those coming already. And please send any questions you have via postcard to Crappy Quiz Quizmaster, Off the Ball Towers, Marconi House, Diggs Lane, Dublin 2. Round 1 is the boring questions round.
It's actually very warm, isn't it?
I regret this, please. Never multiple choice. Question 1 for you, Ger.
Why first?
Who scored the France try in Paris in 2018 that looked like it was going to end Ireland's Grand Slam hopes before they even got started?
Stop the lights.
The big hairy winger. The long flowing hair. Whose name I've completely forgotten.
Shame, isn't it?
Breathe, Ger, breathe. Go to your good stuff.
Gaston Hihon.
Gaston Hihon, is that your answer?
What's his name?
Hit the buzzer, hit the buzzer.
I have no idea.
No idea. Teddy Thomas.
I was completely wrong then.
Adrian.
Who is it? Oh, it was the try that was disallowed.
There was a try disallowed in that game as well, was there? That was like 4 years ago, I can't remember.
I thought that's who you were... Teddy Thomas, who you were describing.
It was...
He does have long wavy hair, just tied up in a bun that day, if I'm not mistaken. Adrian, question 1 for you. In what position did Ireland finish in the Six Nations table the year O'Driscoll's hat-trick in Paris? The year of O'Driscoll's hat-trick in Paris, I should say. Not getting my words out this morning.
Where did we finish in the table?
It's the weight of being a fashion icon. I notice you dress up for Adrian. With me, it's like whatever, but... You're rocking.
I would say this is dressing down.
You're rocking the weekend gear here.
Please.
No, this is dressing down.
It's a nice top, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks very much.
It's brand new. It's fancy.
It's very warm studio.
It's
is it sponsored?
It's not sponsored, but we can get sponsored if you want.
think
Also open to any stickers on the laptop. I realise at the top here is good real estate. Send me your offers.
Third.
And I will take them all. Correct. Well done. Adrian is off the mark.
Never
Takes the
multiple
lead.
choice is what it says at the top, right?
Well, I mean,
so how many choices
any
are
one
there?
of 5 positions.
Come on now. You broke your own rules there. There's never multiple choice except it can be first. It couldn't because we never
I mean,
won
you
it.
just should have got Teddy.
Can't be
Tom out
last
there, and
because
that
of the
would have
Italians.
That would have taken it out of it.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Is it second, third, or fourth? I don't know. Is that multiple choice? That sounds like multiple choice to me.
There's one person who might have got that wrong. Phil, who was Roy Keane's record signing in his managerial career according to Transfer Market? And will remain his record transfer fee for now, of course.
So it wasn't Ipswich anyway. Sunderland.
Phil's just toying with this because he knows this straight away.
I don't know. No, I'm trying to think of players that he brought in.
Kenny Cunningham.
Oh
He's one. Could be Kenny.
no!
I know he signed one player, but I don't know if it was the record signing, so I'm just going to say Dwight York.
No.
Cameron Jones.
No.
Was it your man?
Not Cameron
Sunderland,
Jones.
small fella.
No.
Wasn't
Craig Gordon.
Chopra, was it?
Craig Gordon.
Craig Gordon. All right.
9.74 million
Cameron was
pounds.
8.
And he's still playing.
The thing is, it was looked on as a bad signing because he wasn't great, and then his form was okay, and it was like, oh, that'd break even. But actually, if everybody had stayed, it would have looked like good business, right? He wasn't a bad keeper.
Bad manager.
No, he's still playing.
Well, I suppose longevity helps, but
Round 2. Adrian, the only person who scored a point in round 1. Round 2 is the mystery French voice round. The rules in this round are simple. I'm going to play the voice of a person we usually hear speaking in English, speaking in French. And all you got to do is tell me who it is. Ger, who is this?
Déjà, il n'y a même pas beaucoup d'Américains qui ont fait ça. Donc, je pense que j'adore le basket, donc c'est pour ça en fait que.
c'est pas très difficile, je crois, parce
Je pense qu'en France.
il est vraiment fameux, ouais.
Who is it?
Titi Henry.
Correct.
I thought it was
Ger's
like
off the
not
mark.
going to be a French person.
Adrian, who is this?
Changer cette mentalité, de faire un match sérieux, d'oublier que nous avons
C'est trop facile ça.
Come on.
Merde.
I can't hear it.
Mais non, c'est trop
What's the answer?
facile.
Okay, I have to hear it again.
changer cette mentalité, de faire un match sérieux, d'oublier
Jose.
que nous avons une finale
Wow.
pour jouer dimanche.
Phil, you're next up. Who is this?
Il y a les autres équipes qui sont difficiles, s'affronter.
Phil, you know who that is.
What? Can you play that again?
Il y
Oh,
a les autres équipes qui sont difficiles, s'affronter.
surely, Phil.
No, because obviously I'm not in studio today, so the sound quality isn't great. That's what I'm blaming
look
on.
at grasping.
Yeah, it's actually better when you're listening just in the earphones. You don't have to listen to the shit these two are talking.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't have beats on. These are like little crap headphones.
They look pretty good to me.
No, they're
Beats
not.
overpriced nonsense, some might say. Some might say that actually they're just labelling them, but they're actually an inferior product. That's all.
However, if you would like to send in some free beats or beat
Well, I could
stickers,
try them out for you.
Or give us an answer, Phil.
It's okay, something to do with Stade Francais. So just say Fabien Galtier.
no.
I think that was actually tricky because normally when he comes on and pretends about his inability to speak French to us, it doesn't sound like he's speaking French, but that sounded like a French person
It
speaking
also
French.
sounds like a much younger
Yeah,
person.
yeah, it was after a game.
It was Challenge Cup against Brive. It was Ronan O'Gara, Phil.
Ah,
Like a long time ago.
2011, wasn't that the Challenge Cup
No,
year?
he was already thinking forward then at that
Yeah,
point. At some point,
that's-
I'm going to be working over here. I better show you. If anything, his mock French pronunciation since his sounded like he's been working backwards on his French accent.
Yeah, it does. I obviously
That's
that
just
was
a curry favour with us.
that was a-
look, I'm
that's a
fooling
compliment to his French that I didn't get it. I thought
I
it was a
thought
French
so, yeah.
person.
He did sound younger.
So in third place on 0 points is Phil. In second place on 1 point is Ger. And in the lead on 2 points is Adrian. I never do that, but I
shocking
said
behaviour.
that the occasion deserved
This
it.
situation.
Round 3 is the Pass the Parcel of Doom round. Yes, it's time for another edition of the hottest new invention of 2021, carrying through to 2022. In this round, I'll give you a category that involves a list of names, and all you've got to do is give me a name that matches the list, and the Parcel of Doom passes on to the next contestant, who then also has to give me a name. We keep moving through the list until one of you give me an incorrect answer, at which point that person will be eliminated. The last person standing wins a point. Ger,
It's a very complicated way of saying this. We just keep going. Go on.
you just keep going. Ger,
We do not let this slip.
name a franchise that has won a Super Bowl, and I'm going to need the franchise name as opposed to the city.
Okay.
Has won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The San Francisco 49ers.
Correct. Adrian.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins are there, yeah, that's correct. Phil.
Patriots.
Patriots, yeah. Ger.
The Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks. Adrian.
The Chargers.
The Chargers have not won a Super Bowl. Adrian's out.
I mean, it was inevitable to happen, just not that early.
I mean, the Dolphins, like the last time the Dolphins won it was 72.
That was around the time I was
Good
into
reach,
them,
yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Dan Marino.
The Bears.
The Bears is correct. Ger.
Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboys is correct. Phil.
Eagles.
Eagles is correct.
New York Giants.
Yeah. Phil.
The Pittsburgh
The
Steelers.
Steelers is correct, yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs. Phil.
The Rams.
Rams, yeah. Ger.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Jets.
Jets, yeah. Good pace. Keep going.
Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens is correct, yeah. Phil.
Broncos.
Broncos is correct. Ger.
So I'm going to say the Philadelphia Eagles.
Has already been said.
The Patriots mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that.
Phil gets the point. Phil is back in the game. Adrian, you kick us off on this one. Name a
How many
win.
more do we have there?
You had the Colts, Washington, Packers, Raiders, Saints. Were the other ones.
That was good.
Adrian, name a Winter Olympic sport. I'm going to need to name it a sport rather than the specific event, as defined both by Olympics.com and Wikipedia.
Oh, no.
I don't know what the hell does that mean?
So
Name a sport.
You can't just say.
So I'm trying to think. Of
You
some
can't just
more.
say skiing.
So I'm going to kick things off with ice skating.
Why are you on your computer typing away
Because
there?
I'm typing down some answers.
I will.
If I had a pen and paper, might write them down. This is strategy.
He's got a computer.
So what ice skating?
He for the first time. in his
I'll
life,
let you
he's
go
leading.
again. I'll need to be a little bit more specific than that. Ice skating is too broad. There are different,
For God's sake, what do you mean it's
there are
too
different
broad?
types of ice skating in the
That
Winter
is-
Olympic Games. Go more specific, please.
So if I say skeleton, is that what we're looking at?
What's your answer here?
But I don't know what the question is. I actually don't know what the question
You
is.
do. We all know what the question is. So you're obviously.
What's a sport at the Winter Olympics?
Yeah.
Exactly, go
Ice
for it.
skating is a sport at the Winter Olympics.
I'm going to eliminate.
No, I'm not eliminated. I have a list there as a long sharp. The
What's an
luge.
event?
The luge.
Luge, correct. Let's go. It's not necessarily just an adventure, though. Is the only thing, because there are loads of different events within.
Oh yeah,
luge.
well let's see how smart now the two of you chumps are. With these
Is it me?
Phil, sorry, yeah.
question.
Okay, so if I was to say cross-country skiing.
That would absolutely be correct. Well done, Phil. Getting on with it.
Curling.
Thank you, Adrian. Back to you. Come on, make a big deal out of this.
Slalom.
Again. Slalom is not there.
The downhill slalom.
It's part of a. The downhill slalom is an event within a
So
sport.
the first answer I gave was too broad, and now this is too specific.
Correct.
Correct.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect
Seriously,
sense.
come on.
Makes
Ger,
perfect sense.
Come on. That
Yeah.
is.
He's correct.
That makes no sense.
questions are the
One is
questions.
too broad and one is too narrow.
Phil,
Seriously.
The Super G.
This makes no. Wow.
the Super G is not one either.
It is.
Of course it is, Phil. Of course it is.
Super G is an event within an event.
Okay.
You're done.
Bobsleigh.
Bobsled would have been correct. Absolutely. Jordan wins the point.
It won before you even said that. Like that's.
Here
you have to accept,
I
okay?
hadn't put
with
it before I
15
said that. I
sports,
needed to
I'm
win,
happy
otherwise
for
you
us
would
to
have
move
got
on
back
with
in.
life.
Everybody.
I'm happy for us to move on with life, but you have to accept that question was bullshit.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. There were 15 different sports.
If you just
at the-
accepted that was bullshit,
there
we
were
could all
15
move on with
Let me
life.
list off the 15 sports at the Winter Games: alpine skiing, biathlon, bobsleigh, cross-country skiing, curling, figure skating, freestyle skiing,
do us a
ice hockey,
favour.
luge, Nordic combined,
Luge. Ice
hockey.
short track speed
Is luge
skating,
what they call it in
skeleton, ski
Fieries?
jumping,
look at
snowboarding,
you.
and speed skating. See, there are a number of different
Honestly,
skatings there: figure skating,
embarrassed
speed
yourself there
skating,
now.
short track speed skating. Which of the skatings were you referring to in ice
Whichever,
skating?
any one of them you
Nobody
want.
knows.
I
I
realised
think we should have been let do
Phil.
any of them, to be honest.
Phil, can you name an artist that has performed as the main act or joint main act in the Super Bowl halftime show this century?
Oh, this century. Okay, I'm going to start with the very first one of the century and Christina Aguilera.
This is a guy with knowledge if he's if he can tell you the exact year. That's
am I
correct.
next?
No, I'm next.
It is Ger next, yeah.
You too.
You too, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the old slip. Who was that?
Oh, always bringing down the tone.
Yeah, for God's sake.
I'm going to say Coldplay did it, didn't they?
Yeah.
They weren't.
I need a bit more confidence in your next answer, that's all right. Just rather than asking the question. Phil.
The Weekend.
It was actually Ger's turn there, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was
Oh,
Phil's.
sorry, yeah,
That
sorry.
was mine. Yeah.
Ger.
Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
Oh, he's knocked 2 out there. I'll have to
the
accept.
same year.
He said who has performed as the main act. It was
or co-main act. So you could have named one and I would have
Because I had
accepted.
Janet Jackson on my list here.
I named them both because they were together.
Yep.
I mean,
that's fair game.
stop.
Fair game. Adrian.
she had her career ruined by Justin Timberlake in the aftermath.
I had it written down here. I'd actually written Janie Jackson, but regardless.
Unfortunately.
Christina Aguilera.
That's already been said. You're out.
How's that been said?
Phil.
Beyonce.
Beyonce is correct. Ger.
Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas is correct. Phil.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, bang on.
Madonna.
Madonna, yeah.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Pitbull.
No.
What are you talking about? Was he not with J-Lo last year?
No, that was J-Lo and Shakira.
No, Pitbull was in it.
Last year was The Weeknd.
Pitbull was he came on in Miami with J-Lo. I'm telling you, Pitbull's in it.
No, but he wasn't one of the co-main acts.
He was absolutely one of the co-main acts. I remember everybody going, who is Pitbull? Look, old man in the middle of
Pre-game Super Bowl.
going, who is this
Pre-game
fella?
Super Bowl.
Pre-game. There you go. Thank you, Adrian. At long last, somebody stands up
He's
for
on his
it.
computer, by the way.
Well, I'm looking up the right answer.
Look at him. On his computer.
I look, we've changed tack now from.
We've lowered him
changed
into
tack
proof.
from that was the right answer to he's on his
Well, maybe it
computer.
was the wrong answer, but I'm sure he.
I mean, I have.
I'll quickly run through all the ones you didn't say. There's loads of them. Aerosmith, Bruce Springsteen, Bruno Mars, Enrique Iglesias, Jessica Simpson, Kid Rock, Lady Gaga, Nelly, Maroon 5, No Doubt, NSYNC, P. Diddy, Paul McCartney, Phil Collins, Prince, Shania Twain, Shakira, The Rolling Stones, The Who, Tom Petty, Tony Braxton. That is a complete list. Round 4, we're tied at 2 apiece.
Maybe
is the Fun Free Magic number round.
Learn a thing or two about the half-time in the All-Ireland final and the shite that we get.
What do we get?
Who would you get though? I mean, it would
North,
run
South,
out
East
pretty
and West,
quickly.
Gaelic games is far the best. That's the one I remember the most. I'm like, what? Here's the song we wrote especially for today. It sounds like it. It sounds like you wrote it in the jacks on the way in.
I mean, it is. I had no lies detected in that piece of lyrical writing. North, South, East and West, GA really is the best.
I mean,
you cannot disagree with that. I mean,
it wasn't even their best work, you know.
You wouldn't catch Maroon 5 talking about American football being the best in all directions. Round 4.
We're lucky to be there.
Contestants get 3 points for getting the number exactly right. If no one manages that, the nearest contestant who doesn't go bust gets 2 points. The second closest gets 1 point. You can only accept the answer that's written on your paper. And I'm also going to have to ask for your pens once the music ends. So if you don't mind, give us the following number. The number of tests Joey Carberry has already started for Ireland at out half, plus the number of times France have won the Six Nations in the Six Nations era, plus the number of goals Egypt scored in the knockout stages of the Africa Cup of Nations this year, not including penalty shootouts, plus the number of times Kilcoo have won the All-Ireland Senior Club Football Championship. Your 30 seconds expire when Sinatra sings Bright Shiny Beads.
Can you repeat specifically the first question?
The number of tests Joey Carberry has started for Ireland at out half. The number of times France have won the Six Nations. The number of goals Egypt scored in the knockout stages of the Africa Cup of Nations this year, not including penalty shootouts. And the number of times Kilcoo have won the All-Ireland Senior Club Football Championship. You add them all up.
Knockouts.
Looks like Phil is ready to announce what he's got. Phil.
I just googled it there.
5.
5. Ger.
8.
8.
Sorry, we're talking about the total answer here.
Yeah.
Joey
When did we ever not do the total answer at the end?
It's not 21 then.
It's not 21, no, but that's incorrect. But so what did you go? 8. Ger gets 2 points, Phil gets 1 point. The answer is 15.
15. Ooh.
8 is Joey Carberry's starts at out half, which
Correct.
is me going, what the hell are you lads on about?
Correct. So
Kilcoo have never won an All-Ireland.
Zero
never
down
won
for
it.
Kilcoo.
France won the Six Nations 5
I had
times,
them down for 7 times.
Okay.
and Egypt scored twice in the
Down
knockout
for 4.
stages.
I was actually not far off on any of those.
Yeah, well,
Special prize for that.
Well, there should
special
be.
prize. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
There should be, because the rules have never been the same rules for the last 14
Statistically, I was
years we've done this.
way closer to all of those answers than either.
The question,
and
the
I'm
Joey
the one who
Carberry
don't
one
know.
was.
you know what? If you want to go outside, there's a packet of minis and a bottle of shoot for you. You did very well there, Adrian.
That was a great
Congratulations.
That's good. That's good parenting there, because that's what's going on. He's mid tantrum.
He is.
It's a hangover
That
from the
was
earlier
that was
questions.
earlier on. That was earlier on.
Our winner
that's
tonight will be decided in the round that separates the men from the boys, the Mac Hansons from the Alan Hansons. It's a no team in particular, ridiculously easy, rapid fire round. So the score you get in this round will be added to your score from the previous rounds. There'll be 40 seconds for everyone to answer from the same set of questions. We're going to start with Ger, who's in the lead, then on
What's
to
the
Phil.
scores, by the way?
You're 1 point behind Ger. It's 4-3-2, so it's all to play for. So the order is Ger, Phil, Adrian. Keep moving on. We keep asking you questions until you get one wrong.
Peak too soon.
Then we move on to the next person, and your
finished
incorrect
early.
answer also means a deduction of 1 point. Shout out to a friend of the show, Kieran Boyle from St. Augustine in Florida, who sent this week's rapid fire questions in based on the Super Bowl. Gerard's just moved into odds-on favourite, raging hot. If he bottles it from here, it truly will be Atlanta Falcons stuff. It is currently 28-3.
Falcons, good.
Gerard, are you ready?
Yeah.
Your 40 seconds starts now. Which team has made the most Super Bowl appearances?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, the Patriots. Which of these teams has joined with the Patriots on 6 Super Bowls? The Steelers or the Niners, Phil?
Steelers.
Correct. True or false? The Cleveland Browns have never been in a Super Bowl.
False.
No, true. Name any performer at this year's Super Bowl halftime show, Adrian.
Beatlars.
No. Which city has hosted the most Super Bowls, Miami or New York, Ger?
Miami.
Correct. Name the last team to have as home Super Bowl.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Correct. With which team did John Madden win Super Bowl 11 with? The Raiders or the Rams?
The Raiders.
Correct. We're out of those questions. Who's top of the Sigerson Cup Roll of Honour? UCC or UCD?
Those questions. What does that mean?
We're out of...
UCD.
It's relevant.
Correct. It doesn't matter. Ger wins. Woo! Ger wins with 7 points. Phil stays on 3. Adrian finishes
I'm
on
not
1.
sorry about it now.
The performers at the halftime show this year, in case you're interested, are Dr. Dre, Eminem, Kendrick, and Mary J. Blige.
Oh,
not
balls, yeah, I totally
Beatlars.
forgot about that. But,
That's going to be some halftime show.
Yeah. Jared, congratulations.
thank you
What
very
do you have
much.
to say?
I'm sorry. I mean, I really should have romped home much easier than that. I made a meal of it. I made a meal of it. I shouldn't let you get in the way you did. And really, Adrian, I realise that you spent the whole of January with children, but that behaviour today, you've just got to look back at yourself.
No,
You know,
that was
take
a
little
shambles,
time
sure.
out.
We can all accept that.
Let's go and sit on the naughty
We can
step
all
for a little
accept
while.
that.
Whatever it is. I mean, we're going to go around a big black plastic sack and shove all your stuff in it and throw it out.
Come on. You've
Yeah, no,
you've beat your
I'd
one.
agree.
Move on.
I'd agree.